We have lost contact with North America's 4th Air Force and their 8th Infantry Regiment. Are there any survivors from the 3rd Infantry Division and the 11th Regiment? Please respond. They're engaged in battle with the enemy's 18th Mechanized Battalion. They're requesting reinforcements. The 2nd and 4th Armored Divisions are in retreat. More than half of both divisions are reported to be dead or injured.
How long must we wait in the shadows? Why won't they launch the Fighting Thunders?
Emergency contact from the Army. Immediately carry out an attack by Fighting Thunder, assist the North American Army, and completely destroy targeted weapons of destruction. Those are their orders.
Fighting Thunder? Why even bother with that name? Hey Raiden, did you hear that? It's a little late, but hurry and make your way to the battleground. I'll transfer each of you the info. Too much blood has already been shed, but we'll do what we can to stem the flow. A while, but finally we've received the attack order. We must reduce damage as much as possible. Good luck, Raiden.
I'm forwarding you the information. Please confirm before beginning your mission. Do you hear me, Raiden? We're still surveying the enemies, so please head straight to the scene.
There doesn't appear to be many enemies coming to the suburbs, but you can't be negligent. Remember, shoot them before they shoot you. Next. I think that you're aware of it, but it's the first time to witness contamination of this level with these kinds of massive weapons. To be honest, I don't know what will happen, so be careful.
I'm sending you the information on the enemy. No contaminations from surface weapons have been confirmed in the area. This will be aerial combat, so please active search. The 18th Mechanized Infantry are engaged in blocking the advancement of the enemy ships into metropolitan areas. It is unclear how long they can maintain the front line, so please hurry to the area. The speed of enemy destruction is perfect. Neither the plane nor the pilot have been damaged from the conflict. We will be entering the metropolitan area very soon. The enemy in that area are being mopped up by the 2nd and 4th Armored Divisions. Please quickly pass through it and aim for the target point.
Hold on. This is too much for the defense corps to handle on their own. Descend and pursue the destruction of the target.
Captain, is that really necessary? The citizens have all been evacuated, and most of the enemy weapons have been destroyed.
That may be so, but I'm sure the retreating people can do what they're contemplating. It won't hurt to help out.
I'm getting a response of my radar. Numerous enemies have crossed the defense lines and invaded metropolitan area.
You heard it. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to respond appropriately on site.
I'm getting a response on my radar. Numerous enemies have crossed the defense lines and invaded the metropolitan area. Enemy aircraft is flying between skyscrapers. Please be careful.
Be careful, you said. Do you have any better advice for me?
I believe it's the captain's role to give advice. Don't you have any advice for me?
Make sure you don't leave the building.
Enemy flight battleships are approaching. What? There are vessels moving on the ship. That's unfortunate. The enemy had suspended action followed.
Believe that something so huge is being attacked. But I gotta say that the mission was well accomplished.
Excellent job. I will check the measuring instruments, so please stand by a cruising...
Well, I'd like to relax over a coffee now, but it seems that's not possible. What's the report, Ashiri?
We have received contact from the Middle East range. It appears to be a high crystal response within the vicinity of latitude 18 degrees north and longitude 42 degrees east. They seem to have the same energy response as previous measurements.
In other words, there's been another annoying contamination. Fortunately, you'll have to refuse the invitation to tonight's party.
There's a town around the oasis ahead of us, but it appears that there has been much weapon response. These incidents are subdued.
Their attacks seem perfectly efficient. Could it be there's some sort of unified strategy?
There are no SOS calls from the town. Was everyone able to evacuate?
All I know is that I have permission to attack them without hesitation.
Why are you always here? Is that because you're military men?
Well, I'm not sure myself. What do you think, Syria? Or military?
You're so mean. Your destruction rate was excellent. I can't believe you did that with just one plane. Raid the valley and proceed without going over the cliff. Why have you chosen to raid them as a first?
I won't jump to conclusions yet, but I sense that those crystals have advanced intelligence.
Intelligence? No way. Even if they had any, it could only be simple behavioral patterns like that of insects.
And rely on the words of scholars. Let's just be cautious for now.
Enemy response eliminated. Please maintain.
The enemies will start gathering soon. Gotta rush through.
Bellwether will head later. Exercise caution because I can't see them. Entry into the ruins. Raiden is unscathed. It's perfect up to here. The data analysis from Raiden is complete. What? What are these numbers?
Hurry up and report.
There's crystal reaction from the cave, but no contamination has been detected from other than the weapons.
So it's a cave surrounded by crystals. Isn't that a promising cave for the future? Man, give me a break.
But to have contamination in the cave? What's the mean?
I guess the cave's being a bit shy.
High energy response. It's deep inside.
Well, we'll have to ask it to come out and play.
The enemy is transforming and the energy level is increasing. Please be extra careful. Enemy deactivated. Watch out for explosions. I've found a path to exit out into the sky. Please make a vertical ascent and evacuate at once.
Excavating crystals. I think we can assume now that they have intelligence. We'll join you after inspecting the cave, so stand by. Sorry for keeping you waiting. I'm heading towards the Wind's shipping port. It's a private port, but it also actually carries out repairs and maintenance for DCD.
Bellwether will head there immediately, but please patrol and secure the surrounding airspace before heading towards the scene. A transmission has come in from the council. Nothing.
It's been a long time, Captain Maxwell. Why is Bellwether heading toward Windsport?
Ah, Miss Helga Lindgren. What a pleasure to hear from a woman who must be so busy working for the council.
Thanks for being so considerate. Although I'd be even happier if you didn't increase my workload. Why did you change the course at Bellwether? I'd also like an explanation for the SOS call to the port in the name of DCD.
Well, that's...
Captain, I've confirmed multiple contaminated weapons here at Windsport. What happened to this?
not good. Quickly mop up the port enemies, Ray. Yes.
Yes, do tell me all about it when you have time later.
Captain, you issued an SOS call to the port. Did you know that the enemy...
I came up with a hypothesis while retrieving the crystals in the cave, so I made the call just in case.
support enemy has nearly annihilated. We will continue with your duty, so please don't let us see. Your vital meter is decreasing. Almost done, so please be focused for the end. Emergency contact from the Showport Defense Force. It's undergoing a massive attack of contaminated weapons. We're receiving requests for urgent relief.
I knew they'd be appearing there too. We retreat. Did you hear that, Raiden? Fly northwest from there and you'll arrive in no time. Hurry! We're heading there too.
Seems like you've missed quite a lot of enemies. I know you're tired from all the fighting, but please hurry ahead to the Showport. Captain, you mentioned that you knew they'd appear.
Yeah. My hypothesis was unfortunately correct. I thought these crystals might be advanced life forms that could mutually communicate.
They look like jewels, but are actually intellectual.
You see, they were obviously mining those crystals in that cave for a certain reason. I assumed that by us taking away their crystals, they'd come back for revenge.
Well then, why don't you report to the Weapons Development Division and the Council and ask for an analysis?
There will be years of meeting if you ask for help from scientists and politicians. Showing them the results is the quickest way.
Excuse me, but that remark is one that ignored civilian control. Your remark and conduct are worthy of a military tribunal.
Well, in that case, tell them you were forced by the captain.
High energy response. The contaminated weapons. Below. It's coming out from the water. Its arms are opening out. I can't believe this transformation. The enemy is transforming into a weapon.
I've never heard of a weapon this form. Did they actually innovate the weapons they took? Well, anyways, I'm glad we've won. We can't leave the crystals like this. We better head to the French LHC or else we'll be chased forever.
You hear me, Raiden? We're being forced by the captain to head towards France after withdrawing.
not want to stand out too much on this mission. We will fly close above the sea and the ground until we get close to the LHC.
I'm getting responses to contaminated weapons in the clan airbase. Raiden, I need you to proceed and destroy them. We're getting close to Sidonia Falls. Blend into the waterfall in the sun. I'm sorry for ruining your coffee, Captain, but there is a transmission.
Oh? Madam Lindworm from the Council. I'm surprised you've already caught on.
It's not the Council. It's from the weapons department. I will connect you.
It's Lieutenant Captain. Did you forget that we're at war while you're carefree with the coffee? How about paying attention to your role as the captain of Bellwether, cutting-edge aircraft carrier?
I apologize for worrying. Bellwether of the Weapons Development Division performs wonderfully. It would really be helpful if you could include the real seat and coffee maker as well.
And to go on a walk with these things, precious captain.
I'm not obliged to inform you, technical officer.
You think I'm some kind of normal technical officer? Without me, Raiden and Bellwether wouldn't be around. This whole war with the crystals depends on me. I guess it's difficult for someone like you who judges people on ranks to understand.
Oh, I apologize. The transmissions will be temporarily shut off since the ship will be entering a pneumatic storm. I will contact you when time.
Lieutenant Campbell of the Weapons Development Division, huh? Knew the name, but didn't know how annoying he would be.
The enemy destruction speed is great. Please keep up the good work. We will be approaching the LHC facility very soon. I'm getting a contamination response on my radar. Captain, multiple contaminated weapons are invading the LHC facility.
Is it drawn toward crystals? How did they get here before we did? No time. Respond to the enemy in the air, Bellwether. Annihilate the enemies that have invaded the LHC facility, right? They've made quite an invasion, and they've done it in an organized formation. Do they have a commanding officer or something?
A commander among the crystals? That's pretty comfortable.
I was speaking hypothetically, but there's no doubt that there must be some core that's giving orders.
More enemies are approaching the facility.
Right. Protect the central facility. Sorry, but we're occupied here. Sorry for being a bad boss. I need you to help us take out the remaining enemies in the sky.
You've let too many enemies escape. I know it's a tough mission, but please hang in there. Now help us up in the sky.
What endless attack. They just keep appearing. Could it be that they understand war strategies?
The high energy response is approaching the sky above the facility.
Don't let it near the LHC facility.
The enemy has arrived in the sky above the LHC. Please don't let them invade any further. The side parts have separated and fallen. Captain, the enemy has invaded into the LHC facility.
Raiden, pursue it and destroy it by any necessary means. Well done. That was close, but you were able to finish it without destroying the LHC facility.
Captain, emergency contact from the deck. Surveillance plane is on the fourth story. Message from the second storage room. The crystals were snatched by somebody.
One problem after another. Jeez. Can't they just give me some time to enjoy my coffee?
The surveillance plane that stole crystals just now is heading towards the northeastern sea.
The objective is unclear, but recovery is top priority, so hurry and pursue it. Nothing will come by carrying away the crystals. It must have been planned since they penetrated the bellwether and carried them away, right?
A transmission from an unregistered identification group. Captain, how should I proceed?
We will cut into the VCD military log, so it may not be unrelated to this matter. Why don't you connect with them?
I am honored. My name is Chastise. This is Valbarossa Hawk. You heard of me.
The H. The pirate Barbarossa was the one who stole the crystals.
I heard that attacking the army was a hobby of yours, but I never knew you were a thief. Are you having trouble making a living?
An incompetent bastard who can't even take care of contaminated weapons is gonna treat me like a thief? Just remember that I'm getting paid to underground the heaven.
Oh. So you get money for those crystals.
You're way too much information. You sound pretty innocent, but I guess I shouldn't underestimate you. I'm in a contract and can't say much, so let's just put it this way. The more disputes, the merrier.
This? You're involved in crystals? You've been attacking the army for the last few years, but now you're moving crystals?
I don't know. I don't understand what a pirate would be thinking. It appears that still
eliminating the enemy. Please keep it up. Another external transmission at this time? Captain? It's from the Weapons Development Division.
It appears that the crystals have been taken by someone. This is an inexcusable mistake, Captain.
Sharp ears as usual. We are doing all we can to recover them. They're hard to regain. Considering sinking the thieves and the crystals deep into the sea.
Sink? There's no way that can be allowed. Those are valuable. Well, more importantly, Bellwether's mission is not to play tag with bandits. We should leave the recovery mission to other squads. Prepare for battle with contaminated weapons.
Unfortunately, we don't turn the other cheek. So don't listen to the rumors, Captain, and please return to your important research task. The people doing the desk work are so carefree. So they're doing that. Public officials are gentle on citizens, but it's the VCD's policy to be tough on those who fail to pay their taxes.
I'm also nice to citizens, but hate soldiers. I'm seriously going back now. VH wouldn't be famous if it ended with this.
It is being bombed, is that alright? Raiden will be in danger too if you overlook pirates.
Alright, we're ready. Be it the cherished treasure of mankind or whatever. You come at me, and I end. Sorry, but we're going to destroy you.
It's like the strength of an army. See, the army won't be able to move.
This isn't the time to be moved. It's not the contaminated weapons. But we also have to be seriously engaged. I'm sure you understand. Don't be careless.
That I underestimated the strength of the BCD. But I still have a secret. When I turn her on... What? I can't control the weapon. Why is it being contaminated by the crystals?
A high-energy crystal response from the enemy page. Stolen crystals are mutating into a contaminated state. The crystals are absorbing the power of the page. The potential to circle high-power weapons is high. Exercise caution. Enemy formation has changed. The energy level is increasing.
Sorry, but it's not over. There's still something else coming up. Moron said he wouldn't contaminate it, but look at this! I suspected something the moment I heard that obnoxious name shift.
The enemy battleship and JPH weapons have been completely...
You know, I would like to talk to you about various things. Can you come to our ship, Sir Valveros?
You'll abide by the proper etiquette if you're going to invite me.
You're a lady, Barbarossa? Can you hear me? We shall commence the attack on the enemy facility based on the information we got from VH.
A facility that was supposed to be closed by the Weapons Development Division. This is becoming a nuisance.
Look, I've told you many times that I was only hired and don't know the details. But I did do my research on the planet because stuff like that is important for life.
But I can't believe that it's the weapons development facility that was supposed to be shut down.
There's no time for peace. Seems they're ready to battle.
Your response to the enemies is wonderful. This performance is remarkable given that the enemy has state-of-the-art weaponry. An incoming transmission from inside the enemy facility.
What is it? There are no contaminated weapons around this area.
Why are you here, Lieutenant?
What are you doing in a facility that should have been torn down? This is different from the official record, isn't it?
It was necessary to avoid the eyes of the idiots in the council. They're a bunch of imbeciles who don't understand the importance of crystal energy research.
I see. So you are breaking the Montague agreement, right?
That agreement is ridiculous. The weapons division has actually already been successful. What do you think provides the energy for fighting Thunder and Belware?
That's an intriguing one.
We needed to bring our knowledge to the council for the future of the Empire. SHIP is an organization formed by scientists for the same reasons. You guys on the front lines know well what it would be like if Raiden weren't here during the battle with the crystals, right?
It would have been tough for sure. The pirate ship hired by the captain has also been contaminated. Crystals aren't something we just can treat lightly. They're too dangerous.
I thought that the armies would be more useful, but you're being rash as I imagined. Trying to do? Do you realize that you're closing the doors to the future of mankind?
That's correct. The danger level from contaminated weapons is something that we know best since we're on the front line. If there's something you want to say to the captain, speak it to him.
Stupid colonists who don't understand the righteousness of SHIP!
the enemy's free. I'm this least to defeat on the battlefield.
There are many things caged in the back of a facility of this kind to store and transport machinery and finished weapons. You'll escape from there.
Raiden, can you hear me? I'll send you the escape routes from within the facility. It's just that the analysis is outdated, so please ascertain the on-site routes in accordance with the situation. Not everything that Lieutenant Campbell had said can be wrong, so it's complicated.
Let's prioritize the performance of duty now, rather than getting frustrated.
Raiden is currently entering the underground cargo transfer route in the facility.
You should be able to leave if you advance out. Continue calmly.
Guys will be escaping from the cargo route. We have the opportunity, so we might as well use the capabilities of the latest weapons we developed.
Be careful, Ryan. Lieutenant Campbell does have first-tier ability as a scientist.
It appears that he has a gigantic... He's actually First, third plane? This is tough. The number has increased.
It appears that the number has increased, but you need to calm down.
All the weapons have been destroyed. It was definitely horrible.
This is an internal squabble, and I'd like to make it the last one at that.
What will happen to Captain Campbell?
That's something for the Council to change. Let's just focus on the battle that awaits us.
We have entered Arduvena Silva's planet. We will head toward the Strange Space Center after passing through the coast.
Go ahead, Ryder. But watch out for contaminated weapons.
You seem to have safely entered the forest.
I know that it's a secret mission. Can you tell me the target already? I'm just not used to carrying out a mission without knowing what the target is.
All right. I told you that we were able to retrieve a lot of information from the ship facility that you guys destroyed, right? Well, it seems that any information stored on an individual crystal gets collectively shared by all the other crystals.
Is that really possible?
I've heard that even among terrestrial life forms, if an individual learns a new way to hunt, the same method of hunting was suddenly acquired by other individuals all around the world. This may be like the collective unconscious that Young talks about.
It's hard for me to understand what it thinks. So can you explain it more in layman's terms?
Simply said, the information that comes into contact with crystals is being linked to all the contaminated weapons.
I see. So they're making it as unclear as possible as to where they're headed.
That's correct.
It's crucial that none of the enemies are alive this year. At least one thing.
Alright. Can you possibly tell us the reason for aiming for the strange space center?
Well, I'm sorry about this sudden topic, but we'll have to go to outer space.
I see. Excuse me, what did you just say?
I will officially relay the council mission. Both Bellwether and Fighting Thunder will head toward the planet where the crystals exist and destroy the source of the crystals flying into the Earth. That's it.
Are we heading towards the planet? What is that utterly reckless strategy?
Don't worry. Bellwether and Raiden were both created to be active in outer space. You learned that during the training, right?
That's not the problem. The sudden mission?
This is the official mission to us from the Council, right?
Yes. I'm sorry, Max, about asking you to do this reckless mission. It is the kind of resignation you expect.
That's all right. We are soldiers. You tell us to go somewhere, and whether it is the end of the universe or otherwise, we will accomplish the mission.
Thanks, Max.
We are approaching the acceleration limit momentarily. Please hurry back to Bellwether, Raiden. Hurry, Raiden. Break away. In 3, 2, 1. I know it's a breakaway mission, but I would have liked it if you had destroyed it a little quicker. I'm calculating the coordinates, since it was a breakaway to avoid the enemy attack.
What can we do? Head toward the destination point while watching out for the cosmic garbage?
Why do they need weapons in this area?
The equipment for removing the cosmic garbage appears to have been contaminated with crystals. Before we can realize it, the contamination has spread outside.
We realize that it's really tough with the contaminated weapons, but there's not much time until the warp device will be activated. Please hurry toward the destination.
Is the warp device the ultra drive that was successfully experimented with around 3 years ago, right? It creates space-time foam based on the contraction and extension of space.
The device will be used on the enemy planet. Hurry up, we can't be late.
Numerous contamination responses have been detected among the debris of the colony. We are leaving from the colony area and will be arriving at the destination. A contaminated weapons respawn from 9 o'clock. Wait, that's way too big.
I know this one. It's Angle, the space debris retrieval colony. This is being contaminated too.
So large, you can't tell, but it appears the characters.
It's really annoying. Stand firm to the end, right? Got it?
It is silent. The contamination response has disappeared. Or is destroyed.
Gosh. We can say we are fortunate and that they have been destroyed before they would attack the Earth.
Raiden and Bellwether are heading for the destination point.
We will somehow be able to make it according to schedule. I think there's something.
It's developed into an interesting twist. It's worth leaving the sea sometimes.
What? Barbarossa? Oh, I forgot that you were still aboard. Bellwether has returned to cruising speed. Raiden fighters have been deployed.
So it begins. If we lose this battle, we lose all of VCD's main force. Even if that were not the case, if all the crystals lie in one arm and awaken simultaneously,
We'll begin a descent onto the mother Earth. Numerous contaminated weapons confirmed in satellite data. Proceed with caution.
we've been waiting. However, there's no time to make a detour. We must wipe out any enemy forces that obscure our path as we descend. What Could it be that it's the planet itself that is contaminated? This must mean that what we had thought was their mother planet was in fact an already contaminated planet.
Is this the future of Earth? This lifeless planet?
We're here to prevent that from happening. Destroy the evidence.
Yes, sir. Wait, what is this? There's something odd. It appears to be a planet which once sustained life, but the atmosphere seems to consist almost completely of carbon dioxide with some nitrogen.
Do you really think this is the appropriate time for a science class?
I apologize, but I feel as if I've seen this atmospheric composition ratio from Captain, I'm reading an ultra-high energy signal deep beneath the surface. It's unlike anything we've come across before. There's a high probability that this is...
There must be a path. Extend the range of our radar and search the surface for leaking energy.
Understood. In the area ahead, there is a position of energy leaking from underground. I will deploy all radar fighters to that location.
Well done. Did you hear that, Raiden? Looks like we'll have to head underground and destroy the director. Send course to the objective point immediately.
Raiden has made a successful imprisonment.
Alright. The rest of the Raiden fighters to the bellwether will support from the air. It will be disadvantageous to fight separately, so gather around the bellwether and lend each other support.
CO2 at 95.32%, N2 at 2.7%, argon at 1.6%, oxygen at 0.13%.
Syria, focus on the battle right now. You can investigate the atmospheric composition to 110 counters.
Yes, I'm sorry. But I've got the combinations on the can't wait by chance that we can find the universe. With Earth's fate hanging in the balance, the enemy destruction rate is dangerously low. Please rouse yourself to action.
Are they in?
Affirmative. Raiden has reached the gate.
Glad to listen. Remember, folks, we're here to fight, not to get ourselves killed.
Well, it's one thing that civilization is progressive, but all these machines and equipment. Personally, I need a view of the ocean.
Remember now, Captain. CO2 at 95.32%, N2 at 2.7%, argon at 1.6%, oxygen at 0.13%. It's Mars! This atmospheric composition is exactly the same as Mars!
The same as Mars? Is that so? Although I fail to see exactly how it is important.
There is water on Earth and none on Mars. That is said to be the reason why there is only life on Earth. But apparently there is not water underneath the Mars surface. Why then is there no life?
Who knows? I'm not a scientist, so I haven't got a clue.
How is it if there was first water?
If for some reason life disappeared, the water disappeared and the oxygen disappeared from the atmosphere, are you saying that was caused by the crystals?
I thought it was odd when it first disappeared. Regardless of the contamination caused by the crystals, in order to destroy all life form on the planet would take 2 armies of it.
I see. So what you're suggesting is that the crystals buried on Earth were not meant to contaminate the planet, but were buried to change the atmosphere itself. So you mean they can really change the planet itself?
But what would be the crystal's motive for doing that? You mean to say they aren't trying to evade them?
What an impressive response speech for a first-time battle in outer space. This is a battle worthy of the ace. I don't know that much, but he may have been thinking about this all wrong.
Assyria, can you analyze the ingredients around Raiden?
I'll try. The crystals here are made mostly out of hydrogen and oxygen. In other words, they're close to net one.
So what's being made here is different than contaminated crystals after all.
If water is plastic, then more than half of the CO2 in the atmosphere will dissolve into water. There is a chance that the same thing that happened in the early stages of Earth creates the ocean.
So, after turning the entire planet into an uninhabitable planet like Mars, we can transform it back into a planet where life can live.
Seriously? So the crystals are trying to reset the planet?
Looks like this was more than a simple matter of a space invasion by an extraterrestrial life.
Can we bring to beings who act on a scale like this? These are beings who control planets.
That doesn't mean we can just give up. Besides, I've already planned my schedule for my vacation.
You're right. It's not good to analyze things more than it's necessary. We're military. All we're required to do is do our best to complete our mission.
Well, that's a whole other direction to take things. A far outcry from our scientific discussion.
Are they the same civilization? Or a different civilization of crystals? Although I'm not entirely sure they even have the concept of civilization.
Captain, the magnetic field surrounding Raiden is turning into something like a storm. If this radar communication will be sabotaged.
Right. Hear us? Respond. What's going on?
We've lost communication. However, vitals still remain, so it is likely that it's still... What exactly are they?
Consider cheap answers, like them being loyal to home, revenge upon mankind.
Not exactly ready to start eating, drinking, and being married anytime soon. There's no way I'm not returning
surrounding energy signals have all stopped. All enemies who had been engaged with Raiden fighters have stopped moving.
Could it be that they've really managed to succeed? Breathtaking.
Incoming transmission from Raiden. Mission complete. Returning to base.
All I can say is, well done. They really pulled it off.
Captain, so this is where you were. Everyone is still partying in the mess hall.
That's a good thing. It was a long battle. I think they deserve to let loose for a while.
It's truly over. We received communication from the Council that all the contaminated weapons and crystals have disappeared. I don't think I've ever seen Madame Lindrum so happy.
She suffered a lot. I'm also glad to see her smile.
It's been bothering me, but did you and Madame Lindworm know each other from before?
We did. Her son served under me. He was a bright kid. First time I met her was at his funeral. I still remember her voice, thanking me, despite the fact that I couldn't do anything to save him.
I see. There are many sacrifices during this war. I'm sorry for asking an inappropriate question.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's in the past.
Thank you. By the way, Captain, what were you doing here? You seem to be contemplating something.
Yes, you're right. I was thinking things over. You saw the report from Raiden, didn't you? The Phantom Crystals. They saw in an unimaginable place.
Yes. Although the report has been destroyed, I read how it said they had felt the existence of a larger power. Although it did mention afterwards that it had dispersed into a cloud of mist.
It's true that we were able to stop the erosion of the crystals, but perhaps we haven't ended their attack, but merely postponed it. I mean, we're talking about something with the power to change planets. If your theory regarding Mars is correct, then they've been here before mankind. No, they've been here before the Earth even existed in the universe.
I'd been thinking earlier that perhaps crystals we had found in the cave hadn't fallen from this space onto Earth, but were buried there from the start. That perhaps something like what happened occurs when things evolve too far.
And then, like they've done to this planet, they end everything, and transform the planet to be inhabitable again over the next few 100 million years. And this goes on and on. It's too large of a scale for a mere human like me.
I agree. I don't understand it very well myself. But I would like to return home to Earth and enjoy my vacation, so I'm glad things turned out the way they did.
Yes, it's probably for the best.
I was wondering where you two went, and here I find you. Is this you saying you don't want to drink with me? I still haven't drunk enough, so come over here.
Sorry about that. But regardless of how I appear, I've never lost when it comes to drinking contests. Your loss has already been sealed. Are you alright with that, Valbarrosa?
Amusing. Max the Grim Reaper himself against the pirate captain Valbarossa. Let's do this!
You too. Let's hurry along to the bus hall. Oh, that's right. I guess this much is alright now that the war is over.
We are grateful to the grace of all the planets in the sky. Thank you.